listening to Talk About It Today with Mo Steagle.
Oh, no, I can't say that one.
You can say it on here.
I can. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Giving you hot topics and cool solutions.
What do men really look for in a woman when they're looking for a potential mate?
Innovative, cutting edge, and up close with the people.
You've never been married, sir, so are you a virgin?
It's the people's choice. Talk About It Today with Mo Steagle on Blog Talk Radio. Now let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my special guest, Coko Clemens.
Hey.
Hey, Coko, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
All right, so you had a new CD that just came out a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, July 14th.
July 14th, called The Winner in Me. Let's talk about that album, and the title alone speaks volumes. How did you put that process together?
It's just, it's my second album. My husband did some production on it. The title track is actually written by my pastor, The Winner in Me, and it happens to be my favorite song on the record. And it's just speaking to people, encouraging them and uplifting them. A lot of people have insecurities and, fighting fears and things of that nature. And this song is just, to let you know that there is a winner in you, and his name is Jesus.
Now, at what point in your life did you find the winner in you?
Well, I was born and raised in church, so I always knew he was there and he existed. But every now and then you go through a little something and you think he doesn't hear you, but, he's always there for you.
Right.
I had to learn to pray for myself, and, he answered my prayers. He's there.
People are dealing with a lot of things in their life right now. What are some of the things that keep you encouraged throughout your day? Because although we have public jobs, we still have private issues. So what are some of the things that keep you motivated and inspired throughout your day?
I motivate myself. My faith keeps me motivated. And my children, I do whatever I have to do for my kids. So that keeps me motivated to just keep on keeping on and do the best that I can.
Okay. We got another question online. It says, can you share a little of your testimony?
Sure.
You say, yes, I will tell it all.
Nah, a little bit of my testimony is just growing up, being insecure just of my skin color. I think a lot of people can relate to that, just growing up being dark skinned. If you were dark skinned, you was just, you were considered ugly, not pretty. And then coming into an industry where they felt the same way, it was silent, but it was there. Just really having someone say, well, SWV is not the epitome of what a girl group should look like because the lead singer is dark skinned. All of that stuff matters, and it hurts. You hear people talking, so that makes you even more insecure, and you act out, you become, evil and all that stuff because you don't know how to deal with it. So, the industry was kind of cool, but, I had to learn, it was good for me when, we did break up and I had a chance to step back and reevaluate who I am. And I got to know, the person that's really inside of me. I love myself. I know God don't make no junk. And whether you like me or not, I'm still a winner. So that's part of it.
Okay. Well, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about self-esteem because I know a lot of young women who emailed me this week, they're listening in and they want to chime in and talk to you, whether it be online or call in direct. Give us a call if you have questions for Coko, 347-826-7120. You're talking about it with Mo Steagle. We'll be right back. You're talking about it today with Mo Steagle. Special guest is Coko Clemens. You guys know her from SWV and her current project, The Winner in Me, available in stores right now. Coko, we left off talking about self-esteem, and I know that's a big, big issue, especially in our schools right now, because a lot of young women are dealing with peer pressure. They're being bullied. They're being pressured into joining gangs, or what are some of the things that young women can do to kind of help shape their self-esteem when they don't have mentors or anybody to help them along the way?
I mean, it's really hard, especially when you're young like that, and then you look at TV and everybody looking a certain way, or everybody's supposed to be a certain size, dressed a certain way, but you have to be realistic and know that everybody doesn't look like that. But it can be really hard when you don't have a mentor or somebody to help you out. But only thing I can say is just, you to just realize who you are inside and stop hanging around those people that make you feel that way. If they don't make you feel good, you don't need to be bothered with them.
And when you was dealing with it, at what point did you realize that you was dealing with a self-esteem issue?
Well, I've always known. I mean, I went through major issues. I tried to bleach my skin and just do all types of craziness. And it took me many, many years to really get over that. I mean, many years. You're talking about from a teenager to an adult, when I finally realized, you know what, I'm dark-skinned, I'm dealing with it, and I love it, and that's it.
Right. Dark-skinned, you're dealing with it, and you got to love yourself.
That's right.
If you don't love yourself, who will? And I know later on in the show we're talking about, and this is hilarious, Coko, we're talking about dating websites and reality show love. And talking about, you know, the kind of people you see go on these shows, do you think they have a self-esteem issue?
I think they just off. Like some of these shows that, you know, the girls go on, I'm not even sure what they're thinking.
Crazy. I seen a show last night. I don't know the young lady's name, but it was saying something about her wanting to be linked up with a millionaire or something. She had all these guys on the show. It's on VH1. And I was like, man, this is some foolishness. Like, the media is flooded. The TVs are flooded with all these reality shows. I'm looking for love.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't have a problem with reality shows, but put something on with some substance, something positive that the kids can feed off of, you know, and they don't really have that right now. Honestly, I do like Terrell Owens' show because it shows a different side of him.
Right.
And it explains a lot about why he is the way he is and all that stuff. So I like his show out of everybody else's.
Right. Yeah, I mean, T.O. has a great show, and I think you're absolutely right. It shows a different side of him, and I think, for one, it's going to be, people are going to see him differently.
Right.
Because of that show, because he's showing a lot about him as a person that you don't get to see. And I was talking last night, this is one of the things about him is I think T.O., he dealt with some self-esteem issues coming up, and you know, that shaped him to be the man that he was because he always felt like he had to prove himself. Every other day it looks like a new show come on with New York or Flavor Flav or now the Real Chance of Love. I'm like, why do we need a season 2?
Right. This is nuts.
So Coko, what's upcoming? What's next for you? You got your project out now. What you working on?
Right now, like I said, I'm promoting the record. SWV is doing some stuff. We're about to start our own foundation to encourage and just like mentor young girls. You know, we're all from the New York City area and been through things in our lifetime, so we know things that the young girls go through. We just want to help them out along their way. Give back, basically.
Carla, you are talking about it today with Mo Siegel and Monica Mines.
Actually, my comment is about the online dating, and I heard you talking about the perspective from a Christian point of view. I am a Christian, and I've been venturing a while back on online dating. And it wasn't because of the act of desperation. I was going out there to see what's available because of the technology of today. And come to find out, there's nothing out there. Come to find out, it's a smoke screen where people hide behind. The concept of dating, getting to know people is taken away and given a place for facades for people to be fake and phony.
Are we watering down our value by
yes, we are.
Putting ourselves in precarious situations where men can, because I mean, truth be told, men were giving innate abilities to seek after a woman, and that could be for the right reasons, that can be for the wrong reasons. I mean, I was telling somebody this morning, you know, if a man's goal is to sleep with you, and you get with him because you are feeling lonely or you're desperate or you feeling like there's no good men out here especially in Atlanta, and you lower your standards. Well, if his goal is to sleep with you and you give it to him within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some of y'all 1 day, hey, you know, whatever, then he's accomplished his goal. That is the representative that you are meeting. So you thinking within this month time of heavenly bliss that you have the man of your dreams, and you have yet to meet the man. You met the person he sent, because this is the one that he wants. He wants to impress you. He wants to win you over, and you leave out all your woman things that you learn.